Hello and welcome to Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast where I give three people, three movies, and they give me their most unknown, minor, or obscure actors from those films. The deeper the cut, the more points I give them. I'm your host, scorekeeper, creator of the game, Jeff Penn, and with me as always, my co-host and friend, Alex Young. Welcome to the show, Alex.
It really seems like you forgot your name in the opening. Like 100%, you're like, and your host? Jeff. Free. Hey Jeff. How you doing?
I'm good. I ate some McD's tonight and feeling a little
sponsor?
Just feeling a little nauseous.
Oh, definitely not a sponsor then.
But it could have also been the slice of pizza I ate right before the McD's. Or somehow the combination of the two.
What a dinner you had, buddy.
It's that's a different story for later on, which I will maybe later tonight we can talk about it.
Pass. Anyway. So as you know, I sometimes go to conventions and stuff, Toronto Comic-Con, Fan Expo, that kind of thing. And you and I have discussed in the past when there's like unexpected guests. You know, for example, like Niagara Falls Comic-Con has like Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo.
Sure.
And like that kind of thing. So my question for you, which is like almost like a reverse deep cuts, because this person is coming to Fan Expo this year, where I'm like, oh, maybe I'll meet this guy. But if you were to meet this actor, what would you like? What movie memorabilia would you bring, whatever, for Danny Trejo?
So Danny Trejo.
From a million things. And also, if you can give me his IMDb for best known for, I will be very impressed.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a lot of Danny Trejo films.
Sure, but I'm saying like kind of like hypothetically.
Having just watched Con Air, maybe Con Air, Machete or Machete Kills.
Are you sorry? You're trying to say Machete?
Yes, but I'm saying it
like
funny.
He says it.
Yeah.
And then that is his number one best known for, and its sequel is his number 4.
And then what was that movie we watched with him in it, where he's like 18 years old,
and he has no lines, and he's just in prison, then on like the news at the end.
Yeah, he's on the news standing behind a guy with no shirt on and just a bunch of tattoos.
Was Peter Weller in that? Was that the one with Peter Weller?
No, it was one of those, like, it almost looks like one of those romance novels. You know what I'm like, a Harlequin romance novel cover, but it's an action movie. So it's like a guy with like long hair and two girls in bikinis. It was like maybe like it wasn't Laser Blaster. I know,
and
that.
It wasn't like a Trancers.
No, it wasn't Trancers. But it was bad.
I don't remember. I do remember the scene and then like somebody blows a hole in a wall because there's like a sci-fi element to it.
I can tell you what it was about. It was about two guys who were they were photographers, and they were taking pictures of girls at the beach, and they somehow got a picture of a crime.
Yes, it's like a ripoff of Blowout, but with pictures as opposed to sound.
Yes.
I don't remember what the movie is called.
But that's what I would get Danny Trejo to sign.
Good luck. Good luck in finding a physical copy of it that's not VHS or Betamax.
I think he'd be so thrilled.
I mean, probably. Can you give me his other two best known for? 96 and 2010.
Oh, Anaconda?
No. But that's a solid pull.
Okay. Because he dies right at the beginning.
He's in the cold open for like 4 minutes.
No, I can't.
So I'll tell you, and I a little bit forgot he was in this, but of course he is, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the 96.
Yep.
And then Predators.
The one with like the big cast. With like
the big cast with like Adrian Brody and his gravelly voice, and I think Topher Grace is in that one, and Lawrence Fishburne. Or Larry Fishburne, if you will. So one other one, while we're on the topic, and he has been to conventions before, but he was like one of the 3 big announcements for like the Frightmare at the Falls. And I'd be curious, because I am a fan of this dude's work, and I know we just saw him in something very recently. Richard Dreyfuss. What would you bring for Richard Dreyfuss?
I mean, Jaws. I'm bringing Jaws.
Of course.
And then I guess if I had a physical copy of
Piranha 3D,
I would bring that. But no, it would be what is the space movie? Why can't I think of
Close Encounters?
Close Encounters, yes.
Yeah, that's my number 1. I love that movie. I saw I want to say the 30th anniversary in the theater, and boy, it holds up incredibly.
And then Krippendorf's Tribe.
Which in my head I get confused with the Tim Allen one.
Yes.
That I feel like came out at the same time, and they
with him and the
did.
kid. Like, is it him and like kid?
I want to say it's Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It might not be.
I think Jonathan Taylor Thomas did a movie with Chevy Chase.
That's also like a I can see one of our guests is like, Sam is like, yes, that is absolutely a different movie. These are 3 different movies. Why don't we bring in our guests? Because Sam has so many opinions on all of these movies.
So coming back to see if she can do better than she did a few weeks ago is our guest, Sam Barry. Sam, welcome back. Thanks for coming out again.
Thank you. And I do really hope that you are keeping track of the scores, because I would love to know if I am dead last, and I want to wear that shame with pride.
In cumulative points.
I mean, it's okay, you lost, but and I mean the points don't really translate. Bad. Like it would be like comparing Wayne Gretzky to someone playing now. Like it's a different game. Every week it's a different game.
If Craig Smeaton is Wayne Gretzky, never, I say this with all love and respect, do not put me on a podcast with him.
Sam, I say the same thing, but I don't have a choice, so I just keep losing to the guy, which Jeff apparently thinks he's Palpatine, but that's a different...
Well, so I do have a thought. Maybe eventually you are going to want to shake it up a little bit, and somebody needs to overthrow him. So perhaps you play kind of like a doubles game where somebody gets a dud and somebody gets, you know what I mean?
Oh, so then, are you suggesting, would you be the dud, Sam?
Well, listen, we don't know yet. We have to keep the scores, but currently top dud. Yes.
I am keeping all the score sheets. I'm keeping track of everyone's win-loss record. Alex is 1-1-1 because he's 1-1, come in second and finished in third. So
yeah, I'm medium across the board.
Yeah, like I said, you're the perfect example. Like sometimes you can win, sometimes you can lose. It's great. But Sam, that is a good idea. We just got to get more people who actually want to play the game. Instead of just recycling the same 6 people over and over again.
You'll also could have like some kind of Jeopardy, like tournament of champions. Might just be Alex, Craig, and I don't know.
And you, it's obviously you, Sam. Well, so we should call it a contest of champions, because that is Jeff's like favorite comic event.
Ooh. And then definitely what is more my suit, and I don't want to say this about our other co-star, but we can have a dud pool. You know,
just the worst of the worst. Like people who have never won before.
Don't watch movies.
That'd be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. To get someone who's like, they got 4 points in their own game. Yeah.
Yeah, the top duds.
Because that's going to happen. At some point, someone's going to come in and get zeros across the board.
Yeah, it's whatever the opposite of an all-star game is.
Yeah, it's where you're like, I don't even think I want to tune in, but almost just for sheer like cringe factor, I must know how low did they actually score and who won by 6 points total.
Like, wow, Sam finished this one with -5 points.
I mean, I don't want to make fun of him, but I think Jagar, our friend Jagar, is definitely in the running for that, because he's very good at always just pulling the star of every movie and scoring about 7 points.
This guy should be on with me. Yes. Then I'm going to look great.
That's true.
Why don't we bring in our third contestant? His name is Sean. He oversees audio operations for a major Canadian publisher. He enjoys hockey and fishing. His favorite films include all of the Lord of the Rings films, Goodfellas, Back to the Future, The Dark Knight, The Matrix, Big Trouble in Little China, and Inglourious Bastards. And, according to him, he has spent at least 1 week watching all of the Lord of the Rings films. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Thank you. It's glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I know you've got kids and stuff, and so you've got responsibilities that we don't have at this time in our lives. But
well, can I just start off by saying that the intro, it's so hard to write something for yourself. And after hearing Craig's, it was like, I don't know how I follow up with something like that, because that was insane.
Yeah.
And
it had an intermission.
Yeah,
it was
like
so
your
long.
Comment about the AFI Lifetime Achievement Award, like I bursted out laughing. That was so good. But and just if I can throw a little bit of like a meta deep cut here, I agree with Charles about the Dark Knight Rises being underrated, and I'm going to add to that Man of Steel. I think that's a very underrated. I know there's the whole Snyderverse thing, but I think Man of Steel is pretty good. And
I'll back you up on Man of Steel. I think that to this day is still the best Superman movie.
Yeah.
Like, end of sentence.
Yeah. There's could have a lot of.
I have my couple beefs with it. Like I don't like it doesn't really save anybody at the end, and I didn't think it needed to be a set piece for Jonathan Kent's death. Spoilers. But otherwise, I think that movie is tremendous.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, and that's it for Nerd Talk.
Isn't this the show?
Oh, sorry, Jeff. Have you met you?
Also, I do think that's the end of the nerd talk because it's not.
Nothing for you to add there, Sam? So, Sam, you've played before. You did pretty well. You came in third, but you had a strong showing.
Out of three.
Out of three, you came in third.
Still bronze, baby.
Yep, you played.
Strong 3.
Sean, you've never played.
No,
whatsoever.
I'm worried about being the dud now with all the dud talk.
Hey, man.
It happens.
But then you can be in the contest of champions.
Yeah, that's true. I guess being the best or the worst at something is better than being in the middle. I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, you know what we call that, Alex? I think we call it the contest of champions.
Champions.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down because...
I think we need to make some kind of Geller Cup style.
Yeah, and there needs to be a shirt, and people can order this online.
I like that you're writing down this thing that's 100% being recorded.
And then I will edit tomorrow morning. Yeah. Okay, so you guys know how this works. I've thought of a movie. You guys need to figure out what that movie is. Whatever the movie is, whoever's the closest gets to choose where they want to go, first, second, or third, understanding that there's really no benefit from going first, second, or third. So, Sean, you're our new player. What movie are you guessing tonight?
I guessed 2001: A Space Odyssey because I just figured it's old, so it spans the time. Like, it's in the middle. It's not obscure, but I mean, it's not. I mean, a lot of people say it's their favorite movie, but I don't really get it. But anyway, so I think that's what I chose.
It's almost unwatchable at this point in time.
Whoa.
Right?
Like, it's so slow and so boring.
Yeah.
It's not that movie, but it's a good guess. Sam, what do you got?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
It's a good guess.
Very different movie.
Yep.
Very different movie.
All right, Alex.
My guess is 3:10 to Yuma, the James Mangold remake, not the original 3:10 to Yuma.
With Christian Bale.
Huh.
It's a good movie.
That's right, Sam.
This is good. Okay, so the movie I had was The Untouchables.
Ooh.
So I think Alex and Sam are almost like bookending it, like time-wise. Like, Alex, you're way before. Sam, you're a little bit after.
Quick, Jeff, is there any overlapping cast?
Probably.
We can wait.
But what do we got? We got what? What do you got? Sean Connery, Kevin Costner, and then you got De Niro. You know what? De Niro's close enough to Pacino for me that I'm going to go with Sam and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
All right.
That's close. I mean, at this point, they've both become like caricatures of themselves. So
I won something.
I want there to be a weird fact where it's like the baby from The Untouchables is Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Like, just something like super random.
Sam, where would you like to go? First, second, or third?
Right in the middle.
Right. All right.
Or fourth, if that's an option.
You get two guesses.
Alex, you can choose first or third.
I'll go third. I'm a fan of third.
All right. First is the worst.
Poor Sean getting put on the clock at the number one
It's
spot.
okay.
Sorry, buddy.
That's
All
where
right.
I was last time, Dud.
So I've got 3 movies for you today. So usually when we've got new players on, I like to ask them what kind of stuff they're into, so I can like pick movies that they're interested in. Like when Sam was on her first time, she said she likes musicals.
Right.
So we had Hairspray and some stuff like that. Sean, I didn't hear from you about your movies until today. So at that point, I had already done all my
That's
research.
all good.
So hopefully, I'm sure you've heard of at least 2 of these movies. You've probably seen 2 of them. The third one might be a bit of a stretch, but
I want it to be like the first movie is Cleo from 5 to 7. You're like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Like, nobody knows these movies.
you know I'm never going to do something like that. Okay, so we're going to work from the oldest up to the newest. We got the 1998 comedy American Pie.
Yeah. I was right dead smack in high school when that came out.
I figured that would be a good age for you regardless. Yeah, you were probably the perfect. And then we've got the 2000 mockumentary Best in Show. And last, the 2012 musical comedy Pitch Perfect.
That's the one that I've definitely not seen.
See, I thought Best in Show might be a stumper for you.
Yeah, I have seen that. I've seen it once.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah.
All right. So tell you what, take like a minute, write down some names that you think. You can always add to it after, and then we'll edit out this quiet time while you guys IMDb these movies.
You need like a Jeopardy theme. Also, I'm like ready.
You're ready. You've got them.
I've got like two. I've got like
Okay.
two for these, and then I'm out.
See,
and then end of
This
list.
Apologies. You said it was the first Pitch Perfect, right?
Yes, the first one.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Where we're supposed to believe that the star of that film is starting her first year of university, even though she looks like
She
she's
might have backpacked around Europe, man. You don't know her backstory.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to college.
Yeah, maybe Sam's Pitch Perfect.
No.
I've heard her saying she is not.
I already know I'm going to lose.
Okay, Sean, are you ready for this?
Sure. Yeah, I was ready to ever be. I could pick out anyone's face, but I'm so horrible with names. So let's do this.
But you know what? That's the key for this game. If you can give me something else they're in,
Okay.
I'll usually give you the points.
Cool. Okay. So best in show.
And let me remind you, there's several crossovers between all these films. If you pick a person who appears in more than one film, you can get multiple points.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Sean?
Okay.
Before you go and make your pick,
Okay, sure.
you might have someone.
What the hell's his name? This is the problem. It's the names. It's right. Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy is essentially kind of the star of Best in Show for 2 points. He's also someone's dad in American Pie.
Good job.
So that's going to get you another 7 points for Eugene Levy. So that's 9 points total for Sean.
Sweet.
That's a good start, man. Good start. Sam Barry.
But I'm just going to guess Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge. Which movie is she in, Sam?
She's Stifler's mom.
She's also, though, in Best in Show.
I thought
Great
so.
job, Sam.
Me doing things. See, first is not for me.
So Jennifer Coolidge, 4 points for Best in Show, and then 7 points for American Pie. So that gives you 11 points.
I think that was already the first 2 rounds for me last time.
Always a strong start.
My friend Alex, you've got 2 picks
Allegedly. Okay, so my first pick is going to be a double because he's in Pitch Perfect and Best in Show, but John Michael Higgins.
Love him.
here. Well done. John Michael Higgins, 6 points for Best in Show, and then another 6 points for Pitch Perfect.
I will take it.
So 12 points.
And then for American Pie, I can't imagine she's worth too many points because she's so famous now, but Natasha Lyonne.
She is. And you know what? I just watched that movie. And while it's still funny, it's so inappropriate at this point in my life to be watching that movie. Because like the last 20 minutes is just a bunch of teenagers having sex. And it feels so awkward to be watching it. And then just all the crimes that happen. There's so many crimes. Like internet crimes where someone is recording stuff that
Yeah, it's a little, that third act is a little questionable, especially nowadays.
5 points for Natasha Lyonne.
I'll take it.
So like you said, yes, she's kind of a big star now. And she's going to be in the new Fantastic Four movie.
I heard.
I don't know as who, but
As like a very heavy smoking Sue Storm.
I think that's Vanessa Kirby, isn't it?
It is
I hope
Vanessa
she's
Kirby.
just the thing.
I hope she's just herself, but is like just caught up with the Fantastic Four, and she's like, "Hey, come on, we're all gonna go fight crimes," and then takes a deep drag of something.
She's the best.
Sam, we're back to you. And guess what, Sam? You've got a chance to like be in the lead.
I hope this one counts for at least 5 points. American Pie, Blink 182.
Yes.
They make a cameo.
They do.
You could have gotten more points if you had given me individual.
I can give you all 3 names of.
I'm sorry, Sam. You did say Blink 182, and I have to take that as your first guess. So that's 15 points for Blink 182.
That's still solid as hell, though, Sam.
How many points are?
15. Had you done them one by one, I would have given you 18 points for each member of the band, just because who remembers their names?
I know 2 of the 3.
I know all 3.
And you didn't say any of them, Alex.
I forgot they were in it.
You went with
But
Natasha
I know the
Lyonne.
name of the band.
Perfect.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Sam. 15 points.
Thank you.
That's you've almost got as many points as you did all of your first game.
See? I just have to get the rest off.
Sean, you have your second and your third pick.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any more. If there's any more crossovers that I don't know. So I'll just go with I guess the easier ones. So for best in show, it's Catherine O'Hara.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Catherine O'Hara. She's only 3 points.
Okay, and
but it's good.
I don't remember her name, so I'll go. And then for best in show, Christopher Guest.
Yes, the writer and director of the film, Christopher Guest, also plays the owner of the Hound Dog, and he is worth 2 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
He's calling it. It's over. Sam, we're back to you. You're on a hot streak.
All right. Can I ask a question first?
Maybe.
Could I at this point now name one of the members of the band?
No, unfortunately, by saying
that is done now.
Yeah, once you've said Blink 182, you've taken them off.
That's fair. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't want to not say them and then Alex
and then have me say, "Oh, you should have said."
He's like, "I'm going to say these two," and I'm like, balls." Okay.
Well, while we were on it, Sam. So Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker. Who's the third guy?
Yeah,
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah,
he's
Tom
the
DeLonge.
alien
But
guy,
he didn't
right?
change his name.
He's the aliens guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
He's got a movie coming out, doesn't he? Or it
What?
already came out? Yeah, he's got like an alien movie that actually looks kind of funny.
I thought Tom also changed his name recently, and I don't know what that name is.
To an alien.
But when I look at them, I don't know which one's which.
Oh, so Tom's the one who sings mostly.
Okay.
Travis is the one covered in tattoos.
Who
plays the
And
drums?
he's the drum. Yeah.
He's
And
the
then-
drum.
He's the drums. He's the drummer. And then Mark is the one that was in the band for a long time, then out of the band a little bit, then back in the band now, I believe.
Who started Angels and Airwaves?
That's Mark. I'm Tom. I'm sorry, Tom.
Okay. And end of questioning about Blink-182.
Yeah, I didn't know this was their fan club meeting. Sorry.
So Sam, now that you've asked your question and we've taken a 5-minute detour, which
I
is
haven't thought of anything since.
really, oh no,
that's who I am. I don't think I just do. I cannot remember the name of the guy from Pitch Perfect, but he's the guy who does all the magic, the roommate, and he's in Evan Hansen. He's the original guy. He's Evan Hansen.
That's a great poll.
His name is Ben Platt.
Ben Platt.
He's 5 points for Ben Platt because he's Dear Evan Hansen and Theater Camp.
Yep.
Which is really good. I didn't think I would like that, but Sam, you would love Theater Camp.
I know I would. I just haven't seen it yet.
Okay, it's really good. Alex, 2 picks.
Mark Hoppus.
I was literally like, you can't say that.
Like, you son of a bitch.
No, Sam, you can't say that. Alex can.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I love the most about these picks, Jeff? I don't know if you did it on purpose. Best in show. If Sam's like, is there a dog in this? Yes, several.
There is, but good luck.
So many dogs in it.
I went through all the dogs. None of them appear in anything else. Like they're actual show dogs. So unless you know the dog's show name, like Champion Squiggly by whatever, you're not getting any points for the dogs.
I'd be so impressed if Sam pulled out like one of those like 11 named dogs that win.
Right.
And honestly, that's why I picked that movie, because Sam was like so onto dogs. I was like, I'm going to give her a movie full of dogs where none of them are in the cast.
Amazing.
I'm a little bummed that it's not actually like a talking dog movie, because that is my wheelhouse as well.
Yeah, it's not the Rugrats Wild Thornberrys crossover. Do you know who does the voice of the dog in it, Sam?
Bruce
Do you
Willis?
remember? It is Bruce Willis. Well remembered, Jeff.
I never saw it. I just somehow knew that.
Oh, well, Rugrats is awesome.
It is.
Saw it in the theater. Anyway, Adam Devine for Pitch Perfect.
Adam Devine for 4 points.
That's only 4 points.
I mean, Ben Platt was only 5.
Fair enough.
Adam Devine is in that movie and far more famous than Ben Platt. Like, honestly, I almost feel like I should give Ben Platt like 8 points.
You made your choice.
Arguing with him doesn't help. I've tried that.
You have another pick.
And this isn't my last pick. Do I have one more?
This is just number 4. You have 3 picks.
Okay, so I will take for Best in Show Ed Begley Jr.
Yes, as the manager of the hotel, which I cannot remember the name of it. But yes, Ed Begley Jr. for 10 points.
Wow.
Keeps putting them in that, like, tiny little closet. And he's like, no, it's a room.
Yeah, Sam Barry, your fourth pick.
I also do not recall the name of this actor in Pitch Perfect, but he plays a very bit part where he introduces the people that are trying out, and he plays Fogel in Superbad.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse
Yes,
is in Pitch Perfect. I just watched it this week. Completely forgot that he's in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
CM Plasse is worth 15 points.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Sam, what a good pull.
Because, like, honestly, Alex, did you remember he was in that movie?
Not at all.
Not at all. And so, yeah, like I was like, well, yeah. And there, yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but yes. Sean, you have 2 more picks right now.
Cool. I have never seen Pitch Perfect, and I actually am getting it confused with, I think, another movie.
No.
So I'm basically trying to dig between the 2 other movies. So okay, I think this is his name. Again, it's his face. It's there. In Best in Show, Fred Willard. Pretty sure that's his name,
Yes,
right?
Fred Willard.
Okay, sweet.
The commentator.
Yes.
Who knows nothing about dogs.
Yes.
And from what I read today, filmed all his scenes in a day and a half.
Amazing.
And then made a comment. He was waiting in his trailer for so long that he said he contemplated like quitting acting until they called him out. And then he's like, no, I'm good with it.
I want to add one thing, because I had Fred Willard on my list, but I didn't. I had Fred Ward on my list.
Oh no, because you.
So I'm so glad that Sean Sex. I'm like, shit, that's one off my list. I'm like, oh, I'd have got that wrong.
Because
Fred Ward's a
I had
totally different
confused
guy.
those 2 a couple weeks ago when I was talking about that biker movie.
Yeah, like this
with
isn't
Fred
Tremors.
Yeah, no, Fred Willard, the comedic actor.
I knew it was Fred something. I just kept thinking Willow. I'm like, Fred Willow. I'm like, I'll give it I think it's Willard. Willard sounds more than I like. I know it's not Willow, but I know it's Willow. You know, it's like it's not that, but it is that.
Solid pull. You got one more in this.
Yeah,
right?
and this same movie, again, her name was giving me so much trouble. Parker Posey. I was thinking Poppy forever until Parker Posey.
Parker Posey is the owner of the Weimaraner that wants its busy bee, and they lose its busy bee. She's worth 5 points.
Okay, I'll take it.
And how many points was Fred Willard?
4 points.
4 points. Fun fact, Parker Posey is my like indie 90s crush, but honestly, she still looks great. Still have a crush on Parker Posey. Speaking of Superman movies, she's Superman Returns.
Yeah. Her character's the best from Dazed and Confused, that like total jerk
Yes.
girl.
Air raid,
yeah,
bitches.
She's such a bitch. I aspire to be her.
I made Alex pull up Dazed and Confused for me one time, and I'm like, give me a deep cuts Dazed and Confused. And I literally ran every
You
character.
smoked it.
I
Yeah,
was
you
just like,
missed nobody.
Yeah. Who did I miss?
You missed nobody, Jeff. You even got like Renee Zellweger. You got everybody.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was great. I felt so proud of myself, and I was playing against you.
Yeah, there was no pressure, so it doesn't even count.
Sam, you've got your number 5 guess.
Question again, and if you don't want to answer, that's fine. But do you get more points if you pick somebody who is like he said, Christopher Guest, who's an actor, but also the writer and the director? Do you get more points for that or no?
No, I mean, honestly, it's probably less points because his name is in the credits like 9 times.
That's fair. Then I'm going to.
It's kind of like when M. Night is in a movie. We all know M. Night's going to be in his movie, so he's kind of always just worth like 12 points.
That's fair.
And Christopher Guest has a pretty big role in this movie. Like, which way are you going with this, Sam? What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking something, but now I'm changing my mind, and I'll
Okay.
use that if I need to later.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say John Cho from American Pie.
Oh,
Yeah, very good. As one of the MILF guys,
Yeah.
John Cho, 12 points.
That's a great pull. That is a great pull.
I was afraid he was going to be less points because he's
No, I mean, I know he is.
an actor now.
He got very famous after, but I'm assuming none of you have seen American Pie since maybe like 2001.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So, 12 points. As
Not
the MILF.
in its entirety.
Alex, you have your last 2 guesses.
Okay, so I know the name of the game is Deep Cuts, but these ain't gonna be. So Elizabeth Banks in Pitch Perfect.
That's what I was going to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Elizabeth Banks.
Okay, now I know which one
We
it
get
is.
extra points as director.
She
like
is-
Sam said.
Elizabeth
Did that
Banks.
help you?
She's worth 6 points.
All right. I kind of figured she'd be on par with John Michael Higgins, thereabouts.
Yep.
And then I'm sure she's not worth anything because she's so famous for only this movie, but Shannon Elizabeth in American Pie.
American Pie, Shannon Elizabeth. 6 points.
For a moment, I misthought, and I was like, Shannon Elizabeth isn't in any of those movies, but I was thinking Shannon Doherty, and I was like, it's not Mallrats. And then
That's
I was
fair.
like,
She is not in any of those movies.
yeah, I was like,
You were right, Sam.
Dum dum.
Yeah, Shannon Elizabeth essentially has a internet sex crime perpetrated
on
against her, where Jason Biggs just runs the video camera and like streams her across the internet naked. And everyone's so excited about it when they're watching it, and it is so grainy and such bad footage. But
that was the style at the time, Jeff.
And that's when Blink 182 shows up, because they are the guys watching the video.
That's hilarious.
So Sam, you have your final guess.
So I really want to ask a question. But
That's fine.
I think you're going to be mad if I ask another question. But if I was to name something or someone that I think possibly is in multiple movies, but maybe not. I'm just going to ask it. And if I get 0 points for this, I get 0 points for this. I believe in that last scene with Blink 182, there is a monkey. And I think it's the same monkey from Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is. It's Crystal the monkey.
And I think that's also possibly Marcel from Friends.
He's Marcel. He's in The Hangover. He's in the Night at the Museum movies.
That's incredible.
We Own a Zoo. Crystal the monkey. And when I said the Blink 182 scene, I was so worried that I was giving it away because it's their monkey.
Yeah. It is.
Crystal the monkey is 20 points.
Of course, because that's impressive as hell.
Wow.
Encyclopedia Brown over here crushing it.
Yeah. So all that dud talk in the beginning. Sam is a ringer.
Yeah.
Listen, go back and listen to episode.
She's just got full IMDb up.
I know there's someone standing on the other side of the camera, going, like making monkey gestures and stuff like that, and then being like a Jack Sparrow. So they. Well done. That was very good.
Yeah.
Sam ran away with it. So
and
Sean,
somehow that monkey is still alive.
Really?
Like it's still alive and still working.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's nailing it.
Also, aren't you tired? Like, does she just want to go lay down, monkey?
No, she used to prove that all monkeys can have a career after 20. Like she's like a real champion in her industry.
Not me. I'd be like, that's it. Friends was it.
Yeah. Give me a banana.
Well, that Friends money, she's got enough bananas for life with that Friends.
Yeah, the residuals off Friends, and then I think she might be in all 3 Hangover.
Possibly, yes.
And then she's in like a bunch of the Night at the Museum movies. So she's
and the Pirates movies.
Yeah, there was something I read on her IMDb profile that like her movies have grossed over like $2.5 billion or something. Like she
has no concept of money.
Yeah, we got to get in that monkey's will, you guys.
That's like 5 billion bananas.
What could a banana cost? $10?
Yeah, that was my next one.
Sean, you've got your last one. I don't think anyone can catch Sam.
No,
you might be able to catch Alex here.
I don't know. I have a couple. I just don't know which is. So if I say a name, like if I only give, if I only give like say the first name, what is that? Does that even count for anything?
Do you know
like
anything else they're in? Like,
yeah. Okay. I think. I'm pretty sure it's that guy. He's in American Pie. He's the weirdo kid. And his name is because I just watched a movie he was in the other day. It's like Chris something, and he was in the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and him, and they make it rocket. October Sky, yeah. And he's that kid, the nerdy.
He's the Shermanator.
The Shermanator, that's it. And his name is Chris.
Played by an actor named Chris Owen.
Ah, okay, I was half right.
Yep, so 12 points. 12 points for Chris Owen. He's the Shermanator.
The Shermanator.
Well pulled.
Thank you.
That's a nice one, man. Okay, so before I add up the points, let's just see if there's anyone big you guys missed. This would have been a tough one, but Stifler's little brother in American Pie is played by an actor named Eli Marenthal. And the only thing I can really tell you he was in is he is the kid's voice in Iron Giant.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hugo, I think his name is. He's Hugo. You got Crystal the monkey, and you guys, but the big one that you missed from American Pie that also would have been 20 points is Casey Affleck.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
He is the actor's name is Thomas Ian Nichols. He's the guy that gets like the book of sex because he wants to please Tara Reid. Casey Affleck is his brother that tells him where the book is.
Oh, wow.
In the library.
Yeah, and he's like just on a phone. He's never in a scene with anyone. He's on a phone. And then the director, one of the directors of the film is Chris Weitz, who did About a Boy, and he is a voice in a porno that Jason Biggs is watching. So those are the big ones. And also Blake Lively's brother is in American Pie.
How much was
what
the woman?
Something Lively?
Eric Lively, yeah.
Yes, Sam, good guess. Something lively.
I thought that was his first name.
Sorry, Sean, what was your question?
I was between Chris Owen and I think Allison Hannigan.
Yeah, no, you were better off going with
cool,
Chris
cool.
Owen. For sure, like double the points.
Okay,
from Pitch Perfect, you guys did pretty well. You got Chris Mintz-Plasse. That was a good one. Chris Mintz-Plasse's assistant, Sam, is an actor named Jacob Wysocki, who was the star of this movie called Terry with John C. Reilly.
Oh, that kid.
I've seen a lot of his YouTube stuff. He's really funny. He does a whole bunch of stuff with a whole bunch of guys. He does a lot of shorts.
And then the guy, so in Pitch Perfect, Anna Kendrick wants to work at a radio station, and there's like a hot guy that runs the radio station on campus. The actor's name is Freddie Stroma, and he was in Peacemaker as Vigilante. The guy that you never see his face. Like, he's this really good looking guy and you never get to see him. And then Best in Show. You guys did pretty good there. Rachel Harris from The Hangover is in it. She's Ed Helms' wife in that. And then I'll call back to Con Air that we did several weeks ago, Alex. Don S. Davis. He's the guy in Con Air that his car gets crushed by Dave Chappelle. He is the last judge in Best in Show that awards the trophy to Eugene Levy and his dog Blinky. And last but not least is Blue from the movie Old School. The old guy from Old School.
Oh, the old guy. You my boy, Blue?
Yeah, he is Jennifer Coolidge's husband in Best in Show.
Right.
And I always confuse him with the old guy from The Wedding Singer that wants to get in a fight. Like, he's trying to help Adam Sandler fight the guys at the bar. I always thought those were the same guys, but they're not. They're two different old guys.
It's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me do some quick math here. We're going to go Sean first, because I think he might have come in third.
Sorry,
but that's
buddy.
okay. 9 for Eugene Levy, 3 for Catherine O'Hara, 2 for someone that I wrote down.
I'm just calling it in advance that when it's like Sam is the winner with like 8,000 points, it's like she pulls off a wig and removes a mask, and it's been Craig Smeaton all along.
And I could have got away with it too if it weren't for you rotten kids.
Sean gives us a solid 35 points, which is good. It's good.
That's good.
I mean, it's about 6. Yeah, it's like 6 points around, which I think is a solid.
I'll take it.
Alex,
but it's not Best in Show.
And you know what? Alex only had 43, so he's only 8 points ahead of you. That's only like one really good guess.
If you don't add only to it, it sounds better. He's 8 points ahead of you. True. That's a victory.
That's way ahead of you.
Sam, 32, 47, 52,
Jeez.
78, 89.
You beat Craig's score
from last week, where he had 80. I think he had 88.
Thank you. Good night. I'm never coming back again.
That's great because you're banned from the show. So
yeah, all that dud talk. I knew it. What? Come on.
That was really good, Sam. Well done.
I'm going to tell you, I've actually seen all 3 of these movies, which definitely helped me.
It does help. You did like whatever reverse jinx is. You unjinxed it.
Yes.
I didn't even know Pitch Perfect. I thought it was Anna Kendrick, or there's another musical. This is with Zac Efron. I was like, I couldn't get. I've never watched. And yeah, I've never.
High School Musical.
Oh, okay, see,
Hairspray. The list is endless.
I've never watched any of them, so I was like, oh, okay. I don't even know what movie that is. I'm doomed.
That was a good one, guys. I mean, good in the sense that Sam beat you both when you combine your scores.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could double our scores and Sam still beat it.
Yeah, like you guys had 78, she had 89.
So
okay,
was I the lowest score ever?
You were
Not
this
ever.
week.
This week.
Yeah, but not ever.
No, I think my first time out, I think, was way worse. I think I got like 3s across the board.
You did very good for a person who's never played before, and also that the movies were not at least kind of catered towards you.
Fair. Okay, good. As long as I'm not the
Yeah, like I didn't throw in a Lord of the Rings or an Inglourious Bastard, like something like if I had thrown in like a Tarantino movie, I'm sure you would have done better, kind of thing.
Yeah, or like Brett McKenzie for 15 points in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yeah. I still want to be the champion.
So the follow-up to my story is, okay, so I had McDonald's for dinner because we were in a rush because we were at not
I'm
a
so
funeral.
glad we're coming back to this because I needed
I
to.
am not.
We weren't, it wasn't a funeral, but it was a viewing, like the pre-funeral thing. And there was food and stuff.
Appetizer?
They
Yeah.
had food and there was pizza. So I wasn't going to not eat pizza, not knowing what I was going to have for dinner later on. And then we were in like such a rush to get home and do stuff that the kids wanted McDonald's. And of course, you see what I look like. I also wanted McDonald's. So it was a slice of pizza and then McDonald's to top it off.
I thought you were going to say your family was away, so you're eating all the things.
No, that would have just been like 3, KFC sandwiches all smashed together with like gravy poured over top of it.
You're like, I invented my own triple down.
Yeah. Good choice. I love KFC. I know it's awful, but I love it.
Oh, it's so the worst. Like it's good for 5 minutes, and then the moment you're done.
Yeah, the physical sickness and the psychological sickness combined after you eat it.
It always reminds me of that joke in The Simpsons where they rub the chicken on like the restaurant wall and it makes it clear. When a bird flies in. I'm like, that's KFC, and I want.
Yeah.
Stop selling when you make the sandwich. The chicken.
The best part of the viewing was, so they were playing like they had no, it's because I find them so awkward. Like I'm very good at like talking to people that I don't know,
but not when they're dead.
No, but it's just I never know what to say. Like it just feels so. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Whatever. Like I'm not good at that. But they were playing a slideshow and they had music playing over the slideshow, and we're all just kind of sitting there. And the family's very Catholic, so they were doing a prayer. Some of the family members were doing a prayer by the body. And so they're doing the prayer, but meantime, Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline was playing. So they were like competing audio. Yeah. And I loved it. But yeah.
So good. You're like, stop.
Yeah.
Because I think the person who had passed away like really like kind of like that 60s, 70s, kind of like soft rock, but also religion. So
that does sound like a nice time. Our Father who art in heaven.
Yeah. Okay, so Alex is always amazed when I tell everyone this, but we have a Twitter account.
I'm less amazed now. It was just when it was new information to me last week.
What's our Twitter account called, Alex? You can reach us at Deep Cuts.
Oh, man, I don't know. I wasn't that invested in it.
Man, you even told me to change the title and told me what it should be. So I think if you just like look up Deep Cuts the Game, you'll find us on Twitter. We also have a Gmail account, so you can send us emails. I would really love to hear from someone who I don't already know. It feels like
the whole point of this podcast, you're like, I just want more friends.
Yep. Just a new group of friends, not the same 9 people.
These old duds.
Yeah. I know I'm never invited on again.
No, man, you were great. I mean, hey, you showed up, and that is half the battle
fun
with doing this thing. So it is. It's tough. People have stuff to do.
Can the next thing we get, Jeff, be a P.O. box where people can like mail in like proper fan letters and presumably threats?
Yeah, I want them to make like crafts, like a Deep Cuts mug, and they send it to us.
You're like, wow, somebody made a Jeff hair doll. It must have taken forever.
And make something out of macaroni and just mail it to you.
A pillowcase that says "Bring your own pillow" on it, and it's just a pillowcase to put on my pillows.
Wash it first.
But that will happen when someone other than the 9 people who've been on the show already listen to the podcast. Hopefully.
It does seem like a lot of our listeners are the guests, which is fine. But I think the secret to growing the audience is now just keep inviting people, and eventually we'll have like hundreds of listeners.
It's like MLM.
It's a multi, yeah, an ML, whatever. Multi. Okay, so
MLM
Sean,
podcast.
your job now is to get two new
yeah.
people to come on next week.
It's all right, guys. You get two people, and then you get two people. And
I enjoy listening to the other episodes because I like playing along with you guys, and then I can sometimes go like, oh, you should have picked this person. They're worth way more points, and then I find out that 2 picks later they pick that person, and then they aren't worth as many points as I thought, and I'm like, oh well.
That's when you email in and you argue the points with Jeff.
Yeah.
You're like, I was listening to that episode from like 7 weeks ago, and I felt that person should have been worth 11 points, and here's my justification why. Please adjust accordingly.
it was nice listening to the other episodes because I got to hear people I haven't like spoke to in so long.
In a long time. Well, Hillary was the one that really pumped you up to be on the show.
And I'm not as good at the movie. We actually played a game when I was still at the station.
I was going to bring this up because according to Hillary, she invented 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. So we'd go on IMDb.
Wow, she must be so wealthy.
We'd go on IMDb, and then if I remember the rules right, we both click a movie, same movie, and then you have to get to another movie by only clicking people on that IMDb page.
Okay. So it's a little different than the 6 Degrees. Because she's like, oh yeah, I made this game up with the Kevin Bacon. And I was like, Hillary, that game came out in like 94 or something like that. You were 5.
I think it's like just copying the title of 6 Degrees. But I think other than that, that's where the similarity stops.
Because the IMDb game that Jeff and I used to have, which we played a little bit at the beginning of this, is basically we'd pick an actor. Sometimes it was usually whose ever birthday was, and then we'd try and quiz the other person on what their 4 best known for is on IMDb, because it isn't necessarily what it should be.
Yeah.
You know, in the case of Harrison Ford, it might be like 3 Star Wars, when like it should have more variety, like a Witness and a Fugitive and whatever.
Good luck with Tom Hanks. Like, I don't know what his 4 are.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck.
And some of them are like a really good list, and we would say as much often. We're like, oh, this Brad Pitt list is great. Or like whatever. And kind of go through there. And we did that for what, like 11 years, Jeff?
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of time wasted.
Yep. We were real productive.
Or fun times had.
And I think that's honestly why I'm kind of good. Like, I don't want to say I'm good at this game, but I think that's why I enjoy.
Yeah, this is the genesis of deep cuts. The behind the scenes.
Do you guys, Sam, do you have anything to promote this week?
No, man. I don't do anything. I literally, when you're done talking to me, I just go sit in the dark and wait till you call me again.
I wish this was a video just so we could add in the clip now where it's like, all right, thanks for playing, Sam. And it's just that scene from Audition where the guy's like, I'll call you to the girl. And then she just sits by the phone, staring at the phone for weeks until the burlap sack behind her starts screaming, which is still the highest my dad's ever jumped on a couch. And he and I watching a movie ever. He almost fell off the couch.
May I tell you that when I told Nick that I was going to be back on the show, he was sad. Not sad that I'm back on the show. He was like, oh, does that mean I wasn't good? I'm like, that's exactly what that means.
No, it doesn't. It was just we're trying to mix it up and try to get different people that maybe have never played against each other. So, and that's why I said, is he available next week? And you guys are like, no, we're going on vacation.
And then we're like, thank God we don't have to make an excuse and not have Nick on.
You guys are going to California?
Which is why I chose the movie I chose, because I was just like, I'm going there. So.
Where are you going in California?
We're flying into LA, and then we're going to do like a bit of a road trip and drive down to San Diego, go to Newport along the way, then come back to Anaheim. I don't know. We're just going to roam around for 2 weeks.
I like San Diego.
That's cool.
San Diego's nice. I wasn't as big on LA.
Now we're staying for like 2 days, 3 days.
You might have more fun than I did, but I prefer San Francisco. That would be...
San Francisco's very nice too. It is very expensive, but it's very nice.
Yeah, it's a little better when you're traveling with like 4 people, so you can kind of justify a $350 hotel room a night when you've got about 4 people in it. So,
agreed.
Sam, you should go see The Rock, made famous in the film
The Rock.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's great. a lesser known Criterion release.
I have seen The Rock in real life. I went at night to see it.
Oh, you did? I did the night tour too.
Spookier.
I was disappointed that Phil Hartman wasn't giving the tour.
I was also disappointed that no one enjoyed my rock puns or pebble puns or the group we were with were really just like, get this dad out of here. I'm that dad.
Sean, how about you? Any last words or anything you any Twitter or
Last
anything?
words.
Yeah, what a threat
Tell
that
my
is.
family I love them. Erase my internet history.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't tell you this is the Squid Game podcast.
Yeah.
Where if you come in third, you're out.
There's like a ticking clock
Yeah.
on my computer now. What does that mean?
Well, I've been dead for 7 years,
yeah.
so
Just like Sam, I'm just gonna go curl up into a ball in a dark room, and I'm just gonna wait for my next call.
Yeah, no, man. We'll love to have you back.
That was really
again.
fun. Yeah,
Great.
thank you. I will try to do better if and when that happens. But yes.
All right, cool, man. Thank you, Alex. Any parting words? How about we say that?
Where do I even start, Jeff? Nah, I got nothing. Come on, man. Jesus.
Well, this has been the 4th episode of Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast, where I give you 3 movies and you give me your deepest cuts. Thanks for listening. Please come again to listen to another episode, or go listen to those first 3 episodes. Some of them are pretty good. Thanks to my contestants, Alex, Sean, and Sam. And we'll see you guys soon. And if I don't, well, we know what happened.
Boy, nothing says come back for more of this podcast with this like corpse energy on the close note.
impending doom.
It's like Ben Stein over here.
He's giving
just
us hints.
Getting through
Listen,
it.
I've pretty much got the intro down. It's the extro that I like, the outro. I cannot.
Wait. Do you think you have the intro down?
You just need to pull like some Nick Miller energy and just like moonwalk out of every room.
Yeah.
Okay,
figure
we're
out
gonna end it there. You guys were great, and we'll see you soon. Thanks to everyone who listened. Mom, Dad, my children, their friends, and we'll see you guys soon. And thanks for listening. Bye.
Strong finish.